level head.
So today the price of gold hit a new record high. So we're going to be talking all about gold and silver today. Good day. Good day, yeah. It's a good day. Shit, dude. It is a good day. You're right. Hey, John the Legend, how are you, bro? Walter Miranda. We're good today. Price of gold's up, so that means I'm up. If gold is doing good, then I'm gonna be in a good mood too. Okay. TerraWolf, what's that doing today? Last I looked, it was 13.58. What's it at now? Hey, thanks for that 100, dude. You're paying my rent, bro. Thanks for that $100 bill. You gotta love it. Gotta love YouTube. The only place where you can make a $100 bill in less than 2 seconds. So, yeah, what's TerraWolf at today? Let's take a look. Maybe I should sell it today. I gotta sell it very soon, or it's gonna go to zero. So it's at 13.85. Should I sell today, Kobe? What do you think? Should I sell? I only have like 3 more days to sell before it's worth zero. So should I sell? I need to know. I need to know. Hey, there's Matty Ice. Okay, silver. But yeah, TerraWolf 13.85. The futures were down last night, but now it's going up. Now the NASDAQ is up. Yeah, they expire on the 16th. Yeah, they're gonna expire. They're gonna expire soon. $12. And I have $15 calls, but those ones are gonna be worth zero. Yeah, those ones are done. Those are chopped. I only paid like 20 bucks anyways, probably. Gotta get these eggs cooking. Why is Wolf going to zero? I don't think it's going to zero. My $15 calls are going to zero. I was actually in the money on those at one point too. But I thought it would come back up. But Wolf disappointed me. But the price might go higher tomorrow, so maybe I'll just keep them. All right, guys, hit that subscribe button. Come on, guys, subscribe. If you don't subscribe, I gotta go. I really do. Kobe, tell him to subscribe. Tell him I don't have time for this. Yeah, I probably should sell right now. I'm going to let it go against my better judgment. The only reason I can't sell it is because I'm on the phone. So if I got off the phone, I'd probably sell. So if we don't get a lot of subscribers, this is going to be a very expensive stream. Okay? Very expensive. It's going to cost me at least $2,000. So guys, let's get as many subscribers as we can. What up, dude? Hey, dude, how many cucumbers can you fit side by side? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah. Gold is up to 46.10. Gold price. If you had good judgment, you'd not dress like a 13-year-old at 40. My judgment is good. That's why I named my channel John's Gold and Silver. Because I knew gold and silver were going to skyrocket. Yeah, we get a lot of... I made a video about that, about my looks versus my predictions. How my predictions are so good and my looks don't interfere with that. So please go back and watch that video. Let me see if I can show you, buddy. So, right here. This is the video on that. It says, don't judge a book by its cover. Okay? That video proves that you can look however you want, but still have a lot of knowledge. You can look like a poor person, but actually be rich. And as a matter of fact, that's one of the best plans that people have, is to, you know, look poor, but be rich. Or they actually try to look stupid, but you're actually the smartest one in the room. You know what I mean? And I think that's what we kind of have on my channel. Don't you? Don't you guys? Hey, man, my fiance of 3 years really wants me to cut off my family because she hates them. But I don't know what to do. Your fiance of 3 years. I'd say get rid of your fiance. You're not married, right? She's just your fiance. Yeah, you can dump her. That's what you do. That's what you got to do, buddy. You're a simp. You're going to do whatever she says, though. You're not going to listen to me. You're a stupid simp. You're going to go and do right whatever she says. You're going to cut off your family. I already know. That's just how guys are. You would never listen to someone like me. Probably 1 out of every 1,000 people takes my advice, and then they massively improve their life. So, bro, I don't have any faith in you, but maybe you can leave her if you're smart. But like I said, I don't have any faith that you will, because you're probably a simp. You'll do anything that she says, you know. It's hard for simps to change, okay? If you're the kind of guy that you always pay and you do whatever she says and you're always following her around saying, I love you, honey, you're never going to change. It would take a lot. You would have to have a lot of women leave you, and then you would get the point. That's what I had to have happen. A lot of women had to leave me, and then I became a lot harder. And I shut off my emotions a lot of the time now. Who will win in the Super Bowl? Does not matter. That really does not matter. Unless, you know, you're a professional sports bettor and you do that for a living and you bet money on that stuff. Then it matters to you. But these guys are making millions of dollars. Why do you care? You know, you're watching other people get rich. That's what it sickens me when I see people on the phone watching their sports teams. They're watching other men throw a ball and get rich. But yet you're wasting your time watching them do this. You should be getting rich yourself. You see, this is the kind of messages that I have, and they're so obvious that no one listens. Okay? They're so obvious that no one listens. Silver to 150 by April. Yes. Silver. That chain is moving way too much to be gold, 9K or plated. It's 10 karat gold, bro. If you not getting any money for now for your options, let it ride. Well, they expire in just a couple of days, bro. Sold 320, $15 calls for this week, $32,000. All right, good for you, good for you. I've already left. I left her stuff at the end of the road a week ago, but it was eating me up. You already left her at the end of the road a week ago, but it was eating me up and was just wanting some advice from another man. Wow. Okay, you said, what should I do? You should have said that you already did that. which makes me think that you made up your story. You are in no position to be giving life advice. Are you, what do you do for work? I'm a pro YouTuber. Dressed like a 14-year-old boy. Well, this is Dr. Fauci, okay? That ain't no 14-year-old boy. That's an evil man. So, 10 carat is... Okay, it just went offline. But yeah, you can take gold filled, which is only 2%, and sell that. Or like a 0.5%. Anything with gold on it is good. 10 carat, I think 10 carat is the best because it's harder, so it won't wear away. I used to just like pure gold, but now I think 10 is the best since it is so hard and it doesn't wear. Brass. All right, guys, what is up? Hit that subscribe button. Thanks, everybody. We got 19 viewers in the house. Not bad, not bad. Not bad for a record high gold price. You know, I think we should be doing a little bit better than this, but especially since we called the precious metals breakout on this channel. Since it's cheaper, that's a gold-filled Temu chain. You never liked pure gold. This guy cooking eggs on stream, gold-plated. And silver is a scam. The white liberal is the enemy. And silver is a scam. Wow, dude. You know, the enemy is not even the white liberals. No, the enemy is someone completely different. Well, the real enemy is Satan. And then it was the Pharisees, which are just modern day Jews, you know. Yeah, the white liberals are not the enemy, but I'm a white conservative. I'm not a liberal. Silver has been used thousands of years. Yeah, these people will say anything's a scam. They'll be like, oh, I like XRP, so silver must be a scam. No, XRP is the scam. Like, these people have no brain cells. I get so many people on this stream that have like 5 brain cells in their head. Their IQ is like a 65. Like, I'm not even joking. People say, oh, silver's a scam. Or they say all kinds of weird stuff. They say all kinds of non-intelligible things. And I hate it because it just tells me how stupid the population is, you know? People just jump on here and they start saying the stupidest things, and it's like our society has degenerated to, you know, men used to be hard workers, and now they're just freaking keyboard warriors. It's like men are not men anymore, and women are not women. Yeah. Men are not being men. They're being keyboard warrior newbies. I have 37 grams of gold. Good job, good job. How much is it worth? You got to give a super chat if you want me to calculate how much it's worth, bro. I don't have the time to do that. I have literally like 15 minutes and then I got to go. So if you got anything really important, it's got to be a super chat, guys. So yeah, do a super chat if you want me to answer your questions. Hopefully we get a few super chats. Trying to make some money today. $37 grams is about 4,500, give or take, this guy says. Nah, all good, bro. Kent GTP did it for something for free. No, because gold nugget's not going to be pure gold. He's not going to know. Next, if you don't hold XRP, you are getting scammed. There's one of those low IQs. He says if you don't have XRP, you're getting scammed. That's the way it goes. That's how it goes. All right, guys. Gold, 46.13, new record high. New record high today. We hit 4,630. Top tip. I lost my entire net worth from investing in silver. Okay. Well, silver's at 85, so you should be rich, bro. If you invested in silver like me, you'd be rich. So how did you lose? How did you lose your net worth investing in silver? Eating food. Guy eating food. Come on, guys, hit that super chat button. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get this money. Yeah, silver's a long-term investment. I view silver, you know, as more of a speculative short-term asset. But because right now we're making a lot of money in it short term. All right? But it's also a long-term asset. Okay? So silver could be short-term or long-term. To make 200 good money, to make good money on silver today, you'd have to buy it in 2000. Yeah, I did. I was buying in 2000, yes. I was buying silver in 1999. He says, why am I eating that dog food instead of earning a good day's pay? I'm doing an honest day's work. Guys, if you have any questions on gold and silver, I'm more than willing to answer. Okay. Especially if you give a super chat. Silver baggies only use silver and shove it in there. I'm not sure what that was. They said to make money at $50, you would have to buy it years before. Now it's 86. Yeah. Well, just a couple of years ago, silver was 24. So it's tripled in just a couple of years. Silver went up 160% last year. That beat almost everything. So we're talking short term, silver basically wins at everything. This guy said he made good money on silver. I'm sure you did. Says the GAYs. Yes, gold is good too. Here's gold right here. We're up to 46.14. We'll show you the last 10 years right here. Here's the cup, the handle, and then I said it was going to break out, and then it broke out. So you got to notice, whenever you see a cup and a handle, it means there's always going to be a breakout. So I called that breakout on this channel, and I told you guys all the stocks to buy on my Patreon for $10. Guess what? They all went crazy. So I'm trying to make it very easy for you guys to get rich, okay? But it's still not going to be easy because you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. I can show you my list of stocks, but you're not necessarily going to actually buy them. But now I'm hoping more people will believe me, because my call on gold and silver has been very good. So I think a lot more people are going to be joining up on the Patreon. At least I hope so. Okay. Broken clock and so on. Get rich by buying the top. Yeah, I mean, you can buy breakouts. Yeah, silver, when it broke out above 50, that would have been the top. Now the top is 85. What happens when the top is 300? Yes, you should buy tops, especially if it's a breakout after a massive cup and handle. Okay? So this guy is just using generalized information that he thinks it applies to me, which it doesn't always do that. So, but yes, this other guy says a broken clock is right so many times. Well, I started this channel 3 years ago, and I've been pumping up gold and silver. And yes, I'm right. But am I a broken clock? No. I've been telling you guys that this was coming for the last 3 years, that silver was going to skyrocket. You know, and these are hitting historic levels too. Okay? These are historic predictions that I made. This is insane. The only benefit to silver is to leverage it 50x. Well, the benefit to silver is that it's used in all kinds of stuff. Bro can barely read LMAO. Silver is... Well, I can't read the Jewish... If there's anything that's like anti-Semitic or whatever, I have to... I have to just give you a timeout, okay? You eating eggs. Buying right now is literally the top. Yes, but so was 50. 51 was the top. So what? Yeah, buying tops is fine. You don't even have any clue with what you're doing in your life, bro. Buying the top is fine. When silver broke out above 50, it weighed 51. That was the top. Now it's 86. Now it's 85. 85 is the top. Okay? Buying tops is totally okay if you're in a bull market, and if your target is 300, okay? If your target is 300, and there's going to be tops all the way up to 300, does that mean you shouldn't buy it because you're buying the top? No. Buying the top is totally fine. Depending on what the asset is, if it still has real fundamentals, depending on if the top is lower than your target, which it is, because my target for silver is 300. So 85, even though we're at the top right now, it's not the ultimate top. Okay? So, yes, you can buy short-term tops if you have a long-term plan. Okay? So, yeah, I'm really trying to talk some sense into these guys today, because a lot of you guys don't really even have a clue. You just think, oh, why would you buy silver? You're buying the top. Yes, it's okay to buy the top. So I really got to talk some sense into a lot of these guys. And all these arguments, we've all heard these before. You know? That's nothing new. This guy says, yeah, if we get any more thing that says Jew, then you're getting reported for pornography. Okay, John's metals are going up because USA is invading 4 countries. Yes, the metals are going up because there is a lot of geopolitical uncertainty. We're invading yeah, that's what I talk about all the time. We want to go into Greenland. We're going into, we still have the war with Ukraine. And yes, this has been my reasoning for why gold is going up. Okay? Duh, yeah. I told you first that gold was going up because of these wars. And you're coming in here and you're saying, come on, bud? Like, that doesn't even mean anything. Yeah, he says, John, metals are going up because USA is invading 4 countries. Yes, and I report on that. And then he says, LMAO, come on, bud. I don't know what's funny about that we're invading 4 countries. That's not funny at all. I learned buying tops the hard way. Okay. You should buy silver. Trust me, bro. Everybody said silver was going to go down. They said, you know, they kept saying it was going to crash, and I said, no, this is just a shakeout. And now we're right back up here, you know. This is historic. Good, 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 good. Remember, guys, good. The whole key is for silver to go higher, you've got to have these haters because all the haters will become buyers at one point. Okay? That's who's going to actually fuel this rally. The haters that start to buy and start to come around at the top, you know, like this guy that says, "Oh, you're buying the top." He's probably going to buy the top at 300. And I'm happy to buy the top at 85. Okay? That's really how it is. These people that are hating on silver now, they will become buyers. They will get sucked into this because it's going to just look so bullish. But the people like me that are more level-headed, we're going to be selling when the haters are buying. When the haters are converted, that's your sign to sell. Okay, everyone that wants to know, when do you sell? When all the haters are now bullish. Okay? And you have to monitor the situation constantly. So, buying any type of, the guy said the J word. You know, it's not only jewelry, it's just precious metals. Stop metals. What DOJ cornball, how did you been clean off the crystal? How large is your noodle? Oh, shit. We got to get rid of that one. Yeah. Yo, Johnny boy, it's Machiavelli. Just shorten my name. Veal. There's a comment, silver will crash. That tells me it's not going to crash. I love the haters. We got to have a lot of haters. That means that the wall of worry is still there, okay? I've been talking about the wall of worry for how long? And that is the methodology by which these markets move higher. For a long time, okay? And I am the master of this. When I see the haters, that tells me gold and silver is going to keep on going up. That's the number one thing I look for. When a lot of people hate something, it means it's going to go higher, okay? I'm teaching you guys the game, all right? I bought the top back in 09, gold and silver. Believe me, you're okay to buy it right now. Yeah, because something has fundamentally changed. We broke out of the cup and handle structure. Michael Oliver says we're going into a new reality. I fully agree with Michael Oliver. I think silver is going into a completely new reality, and we're not going to be going down to $50 anymore. We're going to be up. We're going to probably bounce around between 100 and 300. We're going to bounce in there somewheres. This is going to be the new reality, okay? But yeah, whenever I see people hate silver, that gives me so much more confidence because that means there's still so many people that are unbelievers and they will enter the market at a later point in time, okay? Through various instruments, whatever. Gold and silver is going to be in your 401k again, okay? How are you going to use silver for transactions? You sell it for cash and then you use the cash for the transactions. So you trade your silver for whatever currency that you get, you know, for whatever country you live in. You're going to pull out a nail file and scale off the McDonald's counter. No, you don't take silver to McDonald's. There are some people that will accept silver, but yes, you have to take your silver, you sell it, and then you use the cash to buy the food or the guns, okay? So yeah, these people have no clue. These comments, the vast majority of people have absolutely no clue about gold and silver investing. But they will. That's what I'm trying to say. These people have no idea. They're going to slowly learn more. And when all these people are experts, that's when we're at the top, okay? When everybody claims to be a gold and silver expert, that's when the top is in. And that's when you got to sell, all right? I will tell you guys first when I'm selling. So if you want to know when I'm selling silver, join my Patreon. I only charge $10 a month, and I'm going to put out a video on there, and I'm going to say when I'm going to sell, okay? We should all buy this guy's course. I don't have a course. But yes, I talk about assets that allow you to increase your net worth dramatically. Lately, we've been into silver, gold, cryptocurrencies, platinum, and TerraWolf stock, as well as other stocks such as First Majestic Silver. Okay? You got to get my full list of precious metal stocks. This is not the freaking day of your life to question yourself. This is the time to be confident and say, all right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get this guy's stocks. I'm going to start building my net worth. I'm going to do what he says. I'm going to get a Roth IRA. You got to start to take wealth building seriously. Okay, guys? So join my Patreon today. $10. I can't make it any cheaper. So I was scared to buy silver, but still bought in bulk today. Yes. Good for you, buddy. Good for you. I don't understand how the invasions increase silver value wouldn't increase supply. Yes, supply, if you have an increase in supply, it should lower the price of silver. But right now, we don't have an increase of supply. We have a lack of supply, okay? The invasions increase the price of silver because that creates more geopolitical tension, more chances of a stray nuclear missile hitting and leading to all-out war, okay? So any kind of geopolitical events that are considered dangerous or involve war, weapons, that's going to cause the price of gold to go up. Okay? And yes, I did not know that war would be the reason that gold is going up. But I did believe that that would be one of the reasons. Okay? The main reason that I knew gold was going to go up was because gold made a cup and handle. Okay? We always, on my channel, I teach that we follow the charts first. If the chart of silver tells us that silver is going to have a massive breakout because silver was in a cup and handle, then I know silver is going to have a massive breakout. Whatever the reason is, I really don't even care. I don't care what the reasoning was going to be, although I assumed that the reasoning would be lowering of interest rates, potential war outbreaks, which is exactly what we have. Geopolitical instability. So yeah, that's always why the metals go up. Inflation, yeah. It's very easy to predict what are the reasons, and you can pretty much guarantee that there's going to be war. One guarantee in life is that there's going to be war between countries. So it should have been fairly obvious that war would be involved when gold started to go up. So you could say, yes, I knew this war was coming. I knew that the war with Ukraine would not end. The reason I knew it wouldn't end is because Trump said it would end. And I said, everything that the president says, the opposite is true. You guys got to learn that. You got to learn that. Remember, I only really have time to answer the super chats. But gold right now, 4,614. Hit that subscribe button, everybody. Hit that subscribe button. Let's go. Silver, no matter the cost. LOL, bud, roasting Trump right here. Yeah, Trump's not really the best. Yeah. Oh yeah. What that means is that Trump is a complete liar. Whatever he tells you, they have something different planned. In other words, they want to tell the people one thing, but do something completely different. So, yes, everything that the president says is a lie. You have to assume the opposite is true. And it's an amazing thing that we know that, because they're telling us our playbook. He said, we're going to end the war. That means the real playbook was that the war is going to grow. So they're telling you what they're going to do. They're just lying to you, and they think that you're going to believe them, because most of you are. Most of you are foolish. You're going to believe whatever Trump says. But if you're a follower of me, you're going to do the opposite of whatever Trump says. This is easy stuff, guys. Trump said he was going to attack Venezuela, and he did. So, he also said that he was going to end the wars. That proves that I'm right. That's a microcosm event. I'm talking about the macro event, was that Trump said that he would stop the wars. Okay? And you're talking about a micro event, which he said after that, after he said he was going to end the wars, that he said he was going to invade Venezuela, and he did. That's fine. That doesn't negate the fact that everything he says is opposite. Because remember, the original thing he said was that he was going to end all the wars. And now he's doing the opposite, which is exactly what I said. That's a micro event. After it's already been written in stone. Trump said it was over drugs when it was clearly just for oil. It seems like it was for oil. And guys, I bet you Trump knows something. The other thing that Trump said was that he wanted a lower oil price. What does that mean? It means the oil price is going to go higher. Okay? This is little kid stuff, guys. The price of oil is going to go through the roof because Trump said it's not. Okay? Get ready for a higher oil price, guys. I'm not lying to you guys. If Trump said the price of oil is going to stay low, that means it's going to skyrocket. I predict that the price of oil is going to go way up. Paper versus physical. I don't even think Trump knows what's going on half the time. He just talks to be talking something. He just talks to be talking. I know a guy like that. Physical silver or digital silver. Physical's better. Nothing beats physical silver. Look at gold right now, guys. Look at it right now. Woo! Woo! 46.18, boy. Let's get this money. Let's get rich, guys. It's up 107. That's right, boys. We're getting rich in here. We're getting rich. Join my Patreon, everybody. Join the Patreon. No time to waste. 85.87. Come on, guys. Join my Patreon. You literally have no time to waste. You got to get these stocks quick. Okay? Get them in. Get them quick. It's also about control of the hemisphere. Yeah. A lot of the ice is melting, and they want to be able to get boats going in and out of there. And I think they want to control the land. No, Kamala would have done worse. Yeah. Oh, if you guys say who's better, Trump or Kamala, I like Trump a lot better, you know. But they're both bought out by the deep state, by the elites, by the big banks. You know, it said that 9 families control the whole world. I think that these 9 families, they control Trump too. Okay? They control Trump. You believe it? Yeah. Trump cannot do anything without first answering to his superiors. That's something that a lot of you guys don't know, which it's crazy to think about. But once you really think deeply about it, I think it all makes sense. I'll say that one more time. Trump cannot do anything without first talking with his superiors. That means he's not really the president. He's just a show president. But guess what? So has every other president in history, except the very first few. We're talking Washington, Lincoln. All the presidents are bought and paid for. They all serve a greater master. And that master is not God. That master is the ones who own all the gold, all the land, all the money. The ones who own the banks, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, these kind of families. These are the ones that control the politicians, okay? I'm not sure what to think about that. I think Trump does what he wants to do. No. No, sir. I spent years thinking about this, and I'm certain of it. He does not do what he wants to do. He's just the same as Biden. Okay? Trump is fully controlled. They let him do a little bit of what he wants, though. They let him kind of act a certain way, act how he wants to act. But all the major decisions come from above, not from Trump. So he's pointing rockets at people and shit. I think he does what he wants. No, that's all part of the elite's plan to make geopolitical instability, make the people have unrest, so that they can change the laws. Yeah, I think that the elites are getting us into war. It's not Trump. They're telling Trump, hey, Trump, heat it up a little bit. Tell him you're going to aim some missiles over here. Invade over here. So Trump, okay, I will do it. Okay? Yeah, you're not a believer. But yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth. They tell Trump every single step. Okay? But yeah, I believe it's all just a freaking, it's all, everything that Trump does, Kamala does, Charlie Kirk, it's all just political theater designed to manipulate the people. They want us focused on all this nonsense. Well, they take away our liberties, take away our rights, destroy small businesses. Okay, guys? I gotta go. And usher in digital IDs. Digital IDs, yeah. All right, guys, I gotta go to work. I'm serious, dude. I'm a supervisor. If I'm late, dude, I gotta go, okay? If you want to know, I have a question. Is it a good time to be buying gold? Yes. If you just turned 16, I would start buying gold. Is that a good? I think you should buy silver. I think silver's a better buy. Okay, dude? Either way, screw the government. Screw the government. I like that. Thanks. Let's finish with that. See you guys soon.